Cancer. This is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. So let's see what's going on second half of August. The reading I did the first part of August was the reasons that a significant relationship fell apart. And I had a lot of views on that. So that hit home for a lot of people. So Blossom just came out, which makes me think that you are no longer licking your wounds and you are coming out of the dark, which is good. So you let it knock you down, but only for a second. And you realize that it was the best thing to happen. But sometimes that is hard to figure out. Helpless and hopeless. I feel like let me think about it. I need to see what the rest of the cards say. So let me see what else is going on. Because that together, love abounds. Okay. Well-deserved reward. Okay. All right. So you're blossoming. After feeling a little helpless and hopeless for a little while, like I said, you've bounced back really fast. And you're like thinking, I deserve a reward because I did not let this get me down. I did not spiral down and get in depression for 3 months. I recognized the learning lesson from it. I am never going to let that happen again because I have learned my lessons. I will not overlook the red flags anymore, and I am ready to go on. Love abounds makes me think you're ready to move on to bigger, better love. But there still could be a few things in your closet that you need to confront. So make sure that you look at all the pain, all the hurt, all of the stuff that caused this to happen in the first place. So I want to say you're ready to move on, but don't move on so fast before you have a chance to review everything that's happened. Observe. Let me think about this. Observe. That makes me think that you need to look, okay. Is that what it is? Look at all areas of your life and see, okay. Okay. So that thing that happened, you're questioning, are there other areas of my life that I might need to review and adjust? You made a major adjustment, or a major adjustment got made to you when that significant relationship fell apart. You're not feeling helpless and hopeless anymore. You're ready to move on. You're ready to reward yourself for some hard work. You haven't stayed in a funk forever, but I just want to say, make sure you confront all of the stuff that cropped up from that whole thing. But you're also getting ready to look at the rest of your life. It's kind of like you want to review your whole life and see, are there any other things in my life that I have overlooked that maybe I need to make adjustments on? So this didn't just affect this particular area of your life. What happened is making you look at every area of your life and to see if any adjustments. So that's the feeling I'm getting, is like, you're like, are there any other adjustments in my life I need to make sure happens? Because I don't want anything like this to happen in any other areas, like, work. Am I overlooking any red flags when it comes to work? Am I overlooking red flags when it comes to any other relationships? Is there any other kind of things in my life that I am trying to force the issue, make my agenda be the thing? So that's good. I feel like that's where the observe is coming from. Looking at every other aspect of your life to see if there is any other adjustments that need to be done. Okay, so let's see what's the next question. I want to see, I'm going to use my chakra cards that are way back here. I got way too many cards on this table. I want to see what things got healed. Is that what I want to ask? No. Let me think. I want to ask what question will help you guys most. So I like that phrase, weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. It's kind of like you went face plant, but you're bouncing back pretty quickly. If you haven't bounced back quickly, okay, so if you're, and I know I got a message from someone last night that's so that you could be in various stages of bouncing back from this significant loss, relationship loss, significant thing that happened. Everybody's probably in various stages. So let's take a look at some of the things that might still need to be healed on your end. Looked at, healed, because depending on how long ago, I know I had a message from someone said that this happened a year ago. Well, you probably have healed all your stuff. Some of you may have just had this happen last month, so there's probably still a lot of other stuff that needs to be healed. This makes me think of a mask. So some of you are still wearing a mask, pretending like everything is okay. Prayer would be, okay, so prayer is you're asking for help. What are you asking for help about? Oh, so it feels like that would be you're asking for this pain to go away. And some of you are still holding up like a mask and pretending like everything's okay. So I feel like there's some of you that are not dealing with this, maybe a little fearful to go inside and look at the wounds that, that caused this hurt and caused this situation in the first place. Don't ignore it. You need to look at that. Some of you are playing the victim card here still, and figure out why you are maybe playing the victim card instead of taking responsibility for what happened. Creation. Let me think about this. So this is for this is any stage. Some of you are still, I just want to say your creative juices are still being blocked, which makes me think that you're still out of alignment. Somehow you're still out of alignment, but you're not sure how you're still out of alignment. And this makes me think that you need to be grateful for what you have, and grateful, even though it's really hard to look at it this way, grateful for that situation that happened as a learning lesson. So that kind of thing doesn't happen, and you can get in alignment, and you can fully, everybody wants to be and get to the 10 of Cups, or almost everybody does. And you would not have gotten the 10 of Cups with whatever happened. So I feel like most of you probably are pretty grateful. I'm like, oh my God, thank God that happened now instead of later. And if you're not looking at it that way, I need you to look at it that way. Be grateful that this happened now so you can heal it. And I'm hearing that song, Some of God's Greatest Gifts Are Unanswered Prayers by Garth Brooks. What are some other things that in various stages of being healed? Expansion. Expansion. I feel like that's soul. I feel like I want to say soul growth. Your soul is expanding. Your spiritual growth is expanding. This was a lot about spiritual growth. And I need you to look at it that way. Even as painful as it may be, look at it as a spiritual growth lesson instead of a punishment. All right, let me think. What else do I want to do for you guys here. We're at 10 minutes. Oh, yes. Okay. So let's do this. What can you look forward to? Once you have all the wounds healed, like I said, some of you are on a various parts of the path of healing. Some of you have been going through this for a while. You looked at what happened. You've healed most of the parts and pieces that needed to be looked at. Some of you are just now starting. What can you look forward to? What can you look forward to once you get everything healed? What can you look forward to in a love, I'm going to say a love relationship, because I feel like this was, most of the responses I got had to do with a love relationship gone bad. So what can you look forward to once you get all of the pieces and parts healed? I feel like I want that one too. You can look forward to forgiveness. Being able to forgive easier if you haven't done that already, and emotional freedom, however that resonates with you. What else can you look forward to once all the pieces and parts are healed? The ugly bits and pieces and parts of your soul that you didn't want to look at. Self-worth issues, all of that nasty stuff. The garden. I feel like that's planting a new, beautiful life. You can look forward to that, but you've got to heal that stuff that came up. So if you can look at that and, okay, so let's just say whatever happened, 10 really ugly things popped up in your face. You know, maybe you went off on the person, maybe this happened, name whatever it is, and look at the 10 things that were the screaming, things that were screaming at you. Look at those, heal those. Those will never ever be an issue again. And then you will be able to look forward to having your 10 of Cups, because that won't happen on the next relationship. So what else can you look forward to? I want those two for whatever reason. Love. You can look forward to love. So maybe you didn't have a true love relationship in that last one. You thought you did, but it wasn't really there, and you don't want a half-ass job, right? You want the real thing. You want big love. You don't want a half-ass love. You don't want to take what crumbs somebody's going to throw at you. You want the big, big one. And a soulmate. So while the other person was probably a soulmate, it was a teaching soulmate to help you learn these lessons. And the next one might be the love relationship. Because I think everybody comes to us in various stages of relationships of soulmates. Families are soulmates, love relationships are soulmates. Kids are soulmates. Co-workers can be soulmates, especially if they're there to teach you lessons. You guys probably made arrangements before you even came down here and said, hey, I need to learn this. Will you help me do this? Even as painful as it may be. Oh, sorry, I just moved the camera. I'm going to do daily positive thoughts and affirmations. So let's think on the days that you are feeling helpless and hopeless. Could be one day a week. Could be 4 days a week. It, like I said, depends on what stage of healing you are in. What are some things that you need to tell yourself that you could tell yourself on the bad days? I am absolutely perfect just the way I am. So that's probably something that cropped up. You started asking yourself, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. You just have some broken bits inside of you that you need to realize that you're perfect the way you are, and that might have been part of the problem, is you thought you were imperfect. You maybe thought you didn't deserve to have something better. You put up with crumbs. What else? Today I focus on being the absolute best version of me. And if all you can do is get up and take a shower, some days that's all that you can do. I release the unchangeable past and embrace my incredible future. If you are finding yourself going back and reliving whatever happened, stop doing that. That is messing with your vibrations. Past is past. You may have to, let me say, you can't dwell on the past as far as, because you cannot change it. But you cannot heal certain things unless you deal with some of the past stuff. So you are going to have to kind of look at some past things to heal it, but only do it for healing, not doing it for beating yourself up. Does that make sense? Let's see, what else? Oh, there's two. I make every day count and live life with passion. And the other one is, I don't waste my time and energy on negative thoughts. I always radiate positive energy. I know that can be really super hard when you are in that helpless and hopeless state. But that is really super important to move on as quickly as you can. Your job is to raise the vibrations of the earth. And I'm sure right now you're having a hard time raising your own vibration. So I'm going to do one last thing. This will be any last words from the universe about this situation. And moving forward. Okay, let's see. Unplug. Recharge your soul batteries by unplugging from the digital world. Connect with yourself by disconnecting from distractions such as other people's to-do list. Take a stroll. The best way to generate fresh and innovative ideas is to balance the virtual and natural worlds. The birds and the trees have just as much to teach you as the internet. I am thinking that, to me, is saying disconnect from people and spend some of that quiet time healing. Don't distract yourself with the internet. Don't sit and play games and watch TV and Netflix all day long, but actually heal what you need to, and just don't distract yourself or numb yourself, because that's what a lot of people can do when they get in a bad situation or a bad state, is they numb themselves because they don't want to deal with the pain. So try not to do that. You know, I know some days can be difficult. It's time to rise. No matter what's happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of our negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone or our complaints. Rise out of our slump or out of the potato chip bag. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? So I'm thinking there still could be some of you that are feeling depressed, helpless, and hopeless. Not everybody. I would be interested to hear where you are at in this stage of the game, where you are at on this journey of picking up the pieces. Play. Self-care includes having fun. Are you playing enough, darling? Do you have enough free time, or are you booked to the minute? If you are booked to the minute, that would be avoidance and avoiding healing the stuff that cropped up from whatever happened. Don't do that. You need to look at it. Don't avoid it. That just means it's going to linger and hang around longer. Life goes by so darn fast. Make sure you have a blast along the way. Play connects us to childlike curiosity and zest. When life feels too serious, toss aside your to-do list and make room for the stuff that turns you on. Go to the movies, have an adult slumber party, swing at the playground. You're never too old to wee Let the fun shine in and live a little or a lot. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop there. That is it for now. I will see you guys 1st of September. Bye.